This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
When was the last time you were at a DQ there, buddy?
I was at the A&W last week, not the DQ proper.
Oh.
But, you know.
What'd you get?
We got a hamburger and some fries and a strawberry sun. No, I got a root beer float last time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any altercations?
Was there any plastic in my root beer float?
A&W?
No, it was fantastic. Oh, I had onion rings. I'd say A&W makes some of the best onion rings. They're super fresh, and they're all of considerable size, and they don't over fry them.
Man, there ain't...
fresh.
Yeah, nothing like a good onion ring, brah.
Right.
Okay. Well, this happened at Dairy Queen. 61-year-old man in Ohio named James Wicker arrested after storming the counter at a Dairy Queen.
Oh, angry.
And assaulting a female employee.
It seems like someone's getting punched or stabbed or something every other day here.
His order was taking too long.
Oh.
Well, now you ain't got no ice cream.
Right.
You son of a bitch.
Neither does anybody else. There's blood all over the place.
So here's two employees, the woman who got attacked and then another person talking about the incident.
He started screaming, and so then the lady was like, there's no need to scream, which was the coworker that got attacked, and then eventually he came back there and assaulted her.
People are people and things are going to happen. I just didn't want anybody else to get hit. Or, we're in the kitchen. There's knives. There's hot grease. Homeboy could have had a gun. I mean, we never know. I didn't want anything to escalate. So I was just like, you're going to sleep.
Everybody gets a raise. Come back to work. Don't be afraid. We're going to give you $1 raise. No, nobody's coming to work? Okay.
Like, homeboy could have had a gun.
Homeboy could have had a gun.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's
what are you doing?
Typical angry guy punching out 15-year-olds. Right. But right out of the playbook.
She tried to de-escalate the situation. I mean, good for these ladies. My God. Yeah. He did leave the scene. And then police had to turn to the public for help.
Oh.
They posted surveillance images on the Facebook page. And people were like, I know that asshole. That's James Wicker of Wellsville.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mr. Angry. Kicks puppies. Yeah. Threatens kids driving by on their bicycle. Think about, though, all the weapons back there in the kitchen, though. You got a chef's knife,
right.
Big lettuce cutting mofo, hot grease.
Right, that's what she said.
Yeah, lose an eyeball back there.
Yeah, it's a dangerous place to be roughhousing.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she say, I was like, you're going to sleep?
You're going to sleep.
And then she gave him, what, a rear naked choke? What the hell happened?
I'll ask Chris Jericho how he will apply that in a moment of stress. You're going to sleep. Yes, little hot grease to the skull, put you right to sleep. You'll wish you were sleeping. It's so crazy.
Yeah, the video is nuts, and they're young people trying. Oh, there is a rear naked choke. She did put him in a rear naked choke.
That's why, like A&W, there's like 9 kids working back there because it's like the 100 guys in a gorilla. That's one crazy guy versus 9 16-year-olds.
Right.
I think you're going to lose.
Totally.
Yeah, you're going to lose. You're going to get
scrappy.
You're going to get dairy creamed, asshole.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This thing never happens at A&W. I don't know. Really weird.
We aren't here to pit the two against each other.
No, well, it's fun. That's good. Teamwork.
Good for them. And the dude was arrested.
Some of those pots back there, I mean, big heavy-duty stainless steel.
I just don't know how crazy you have to be. Like, because generally when you go in for ice cream, you're in a pretty good mood, right? Because you're going to get ice cream.
Yeah. You know that there's, happiness.
Right. So how do you go from I'm going to get ice cream to I'm going to whoop some ass so quick? From the people that are trying to give you your ice cream.
Right.
Whatever. I can't with these people.
Like the damn Waffle House broke out. Where does he think? Does he think he's at a Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
What's going on?
No kidding. We reserve those kind of behaviors for when there's very small children around.
Fight night is on Thursday at Chuck E. Cheese, dude. Come on, dude. Get it right.
Let's bring your own nunchucks night.
I don't know. Ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, for real though. Okay, we're gonna go back to Florida.
Imagine if you got a guy in a sleeper hold, and then the kids are just fed up and they shove his head into a boiling fry vat.
Right.
And then it all comes out as just a skull.
What they should have done is she had him in the rear naked choke, and they should have started shoving ice cream in his mouth.
Oh,
is this fast enough for you?
Yeah, asshole. Choke on this strawberry, asshole.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that is perfect, dude.
Yeah. And then he would have left just full of ice cream. They held him underneath the soft serve machine and just
and then
force fed him.
Shove a snow cone up his butt.
Yeah, and then they're like, go on now.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. All right.
Oh, yeah. That's hot. See you next week.
All right, let's go back to Florida for another story. We're going to cover another weirdo. A community in Florida is being terrorized, I tell you, by a man who throws groceries through windows of homes.
If it's mac and cheese, I'll leave the door open.
Including meat and canned corn. Oh. So weird.
Why?
Here are the neighbors talking about being just utterly terrorized by flying groceries.
We threw it back in his yard a couple times, and he threw it back after a while.
I called the lady who lives there, because she lives in Canada, to explain that Earl had attacked her house again. She just put $500 into repairing it, and the next week he threw stuff through the windows again.
Someday he's going to hurt somebody.
Most of us are senior citizens, and we're afraid to walk down our own street.
Man, if somebody threw a steak at my window, I'd go out and...
Right, and grab it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd make friends with the guy. Like, what, are you allergic to steak or something?
What a weird thing. A man known to throw cans of food. What a weird weapon.
Okay. Yeah, that's a weird insurance claim, isn't it? It's like I got a can of pee stuck in my siding.
Yeah.
38-year-old
Earls Ernest Saintville.
The police. What are you reporting? I took one to the skull. You took what to the skull? A can of corn.
That would hurt.
You think?
That would freaking hurt.
Freaking weirdo.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
So it all started. Woman heard a noise and looked at her neighbor's front yard. And the left front window was found broken at the top as if something had been thrown through the glass. So she got the key from the other neighbor who watches the owner's house, went in to see what happened, and that's when she found the Del Monte can of corn.
Oh, Del Monte.
Yeah, one of the best.
I'm a cream corn guy, not the cold.
What?
Cold kind of, yeah.
Cream corn?
Oh, grew up on it.
Get out of here.
8 cans of it. Just stick it in the microwave for a minute and just go to work.
And just drink it?
Yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, you didn't like cream corn? Was it the consistency of it?
It's weird.
I thought it had great flavor, actually. I thought it had more flavor than the watered down corn, but I don't know.
The witness claimed that he's known in the area for throwing cans of food that he had gotten from food banks and causing issues. Yeah, I was going to say, he's doing Del Monte. He ain't even doing, Great Value, for Christ's sake.
Right.
Oh, no. This is bad. The suspect has also thrown a bottle of urine.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, here we go.
Glass plates, chunks of metal, and raw meat. Why is he terrorizing the senior citizens neighborhood? So that's wild. He said he pleads the fifth when they came to his door. They were like, hey, and he just goes, I plead the fifth. So he knows.
No, I think he drank a fifth. I think that was the problem. Man, now I want now is just some chicken, cream corn, and a biscuit.
He told deputies, you can't take me. Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They arrested him on April 26th.
pretty easily. We'll take you.
Actually,
we'll have the kids at the DQ come over and take you freaking idiot.
Actually, we're going to take you.
I call it SEAL Team DQ, and they're coming over right now.
So he was arrested on April 26th, charges of shooting into or throwing deadly missiles into dwellings.
Oh, sure.
and criminal mischief between $200 and $1,000 in damage.
Dangerous as a random bullet coming through the wall, you know? Oh,
That's crazy.
I want some corn chowder so bad.
Yeah. Wild. Freaking wild.
The wildest.
Oh, no. I love cream corn.
Thank you. Oh, I'll win that one. I will win that argument.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's old school.
Cream corn versus regular corn. See, are we doing just canned, or are we throwing in corn on the cob here, too? Because you can't beat that.
No, I think it's just sticking. I totally agree with you, but I think in a canned version, I'll take cream over that crunchy, stupid, watered down corn.
Oh, no way, dude.
Oh my God.
I will eat canned corn cold out of the damn can. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you can do a lot of stuff with cream corn. Lots of recipes with cream corn.
Like what? What do you make with cream corn?
Well, I don't know. You can make a corn fritter. Don't get up in my grill.
I am up in your grill. I want to know. I want John Danger's recipe book.
Don't make me go Master Chef on you. Whoa. I mash all my food. So.
The only thing I ever buy cream corn for is baked corn casserole, buddy.
Could put it in chili.
Cream corn and chili?
Maybe not.
Ugh.
No, that's not good.
Uh-oh, you're going to lose now.
Uh-oh.
We did the official poll. Yeah.
Really?
Mush, people are calling it.
No kidding.
It is.
Well, I didn't have a
just
choice.
mush.
That's what Mom bought. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know? Not like I had a job when I was 5 years old. I just ate it or I starved to death. There wasn't too many, unless I hunted my own food.
Well, listen, you can have all the creamed corn.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Maybe I did hate it. Maybe I just repressed it. I have no idea.
Maybe, have you had cream corn lately?
Haven't had it in years.
I want you to buy a can of cream corn and try it and tell me what you think. Because I bought a can of it on accident, and I was like, I guess I'll try it. And I was like, nope. Threw it right away.
Too watery, or what was the problem with it?
Yeah, it's just...
Interesting.
It's like pre-chewed.
That's a pretty good argument, actually. Now you're making it really sound... Well, you're on an island. Would you rather have nothing or cream corn? Pre-chewed corn. Now you ruined it.
Sorry.
God dang it. I don't want any of it. Now I'll never get that image out of my head. It's like a baby bird spitting food back in it.
Totally.
No. All right, I'm out.
That's actually how they make cream corn. They pay people to stand around and they chew it
and put it back in the can.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Listen to me. It's not just Cinco de Mayo. It's also a very important day for those of us who like sandwiches. Give me PC too. Which, if you don't like sandwiches, I'm not sure. Well, maybe you have a gluten intolerance. But here we go. It is National Friggin' Hoagie Day.
Oh, hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders. Navy beans, navy beans, navy beans, navy beans. Hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders. Navy beans, meatloaf sandwich.
Dude, ain't nothing like a hoagie, right?
Oh, man. Yeah, like 5 different meats and 5 different cheeses.
So if you want to just say no to tacos and burritos today, you can say yes to some buns.
So many options. So many options.
Okay, Philadelphia, famously known for mouth-watering steak and cheese subs, but did you know that the city of brotherly love is also famous for another delight served on a big, beautiful bun, and that would be?
Bill Cosby.
The hoagie.
Oh, the hoagie.
Yeah. A humble hoagie of Italian immigrant heritage that holds the title of official sandwich of Philadelphia. It's not the steak and cheese sub. That's crazy. I didn't know
that would have been, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Traditional Italian hoagie is a generous sandwich of Italian deli meats and cheeses stuffed into a split long roll brimming with pepperoncini peppers. Thank you. and veggies, and then it's topped with olive oil, vinegar, and seasonings.
Oh.
Man, I love oil and vinegar on a sub is
Anything.
the way to go.
Yes.
Yeah, really on anything, but
Yes. I don't care where I'm at and what sub shop. It's vinegar and oil. All the way to the bank. Yeah.
There are at least a dozen credible stories laying claim to who exactly was responsible for inventing the first long bread Italian sandwich in America. Most stories point to the New England states where many Italian immigrants settled in the late 19th century and early 20th century. Although whose mom or dad is truly responsible for assembling the first hoagie in Philadelphia will always be up for debate. We do know that the naming rights belong to the city of Philadelphia.
That's incredible.
The most popular story of how the Italian sandwich got the name hoagie in Philadelphia is one cited by the now defunct Philadelphia Bulletin, Philly's daily evening newspaper that was published from 1847 to 1982. The paper's story revolves around the lunchbox staple of 1950s Italian immigrant workers in Philadelphia shipyard known as Hog Island. A long bread roll stuffed with Italian meats and cheeses, right? The sandwiches were commonly referred to as Hog Island sandwiches. The name was eventually shortened to Hoggies, which, when said with a South Philadelphia accent, sounded more like hoagies. And the moniker stuck.
The rest, as they say, is history.
How crazy is that?
And now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah.
See, I got to Philly. I'd probably be a stupid tourist. I go right there and say, hey, where's the hoagie factory? What is that? Is that a restaurant?
You ever been to Philadelphia?
I say, no, you go to Angelino's or Nicky's.
Huh? You ever been to Philadelphia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Layover in the airport. That's as far as I got.
I had a good time in Philadelphia. I was went to a show there. Well, I was out with Steppa in grade 8 at that point in time. And we had a show there. It was fine.
Spent a weekend in Harrisburg. Enjoyed that. It was lovely up there for a job interview. I dropped my pants at the job interview, and I didn't get it. I came to Madison.
Sad.
Where pants
wore your knee pads.
Where pants are optional, and knee pants are my own business. Okay. What were we saying? Pittsburgh.
Philadelphia.
What? Oh, Philadelphia.
I can't with you.
I don't even know what. You know what? I never know what we're talking about until I'm there, and then I look around. I've been to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Well, I used to deer hunt. My dad used to. We lived in Ohio, but we drive over to Pennsylvania. That's where the big bucks were.
Okay.
And we'd hunt just outside of Pittsburgh. And Pop had some buddies over there, and that was me, 12 years old, and a bunch of stinky alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, hunting deer out in the middle of nowhere.
Who knew? Years later, you would be the stinky alcoholic.
Toughened me up a little bit. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Goals.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's beautiful. I got it's not going to happen this summer, but I am going to take a week and head over that way because Falling Water is about an hour outside of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the Pittsburgh, Falling Water, and Niagara Falls triple threat.
That sounds awesome.
Christie's, I got to show her Niagara Falls. It's amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
If they let us in, God knows. I don't know what's happening.
Who knows what's going to be going on.
So that's that.
That's super cool.
I'll tell you, there's if you go out of Cleveland and you head up the coast of Lake Erie there up towards Niagara and you stay on the coast, full of wineries. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful drive.
Well, you pass a lot of the grape fields and stuff or whatever.
What
are they called?
Yes.
And when you're in
vineyards. But you're right on the lake. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance. I'm just saying. Drop a dime on Niagara.
It's a beautiful part of the country.
It's freaking beautiful.
Oh, my God, it's beautiful. Okay, so there you go. It's an alternative to Cinco de Mayo, National Hoagie.
The hoagie. Yeah. God, that sounds delicious. Mm-hmm. You have a local recommendation? Or did you do that?
Gino's Italian Deli.
Gino's Italian Deli.
Yep, 100%. What about you?
That makes sense. Gino's Italian Deli.
All right, co-signing.
That's where I'm going.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Chris Jericho. Hello, my man.
Wow, thank you. I'm here.
How are you? Welcome.
We were just talking if I've ever punched a disc jockey in the face. And I said, it's still early in the day.
Keep talking. Keep talking. No, I was asking, Chris, if you ever punched one of those.
But there's no way you can win that. If
Those,
you're like
those
in my
bar
position.
punching bags. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't hit like the toughest guy level,
Right, they're
then-
gonna be like, oh.
then they laugh, and if you hit the toughest guy level, it's like, look at him showing off. So no, I've never played the punching bag thing in the bar, and I probably never will.
Yeah,
And I've never done the sledgehammer thing at the fair either. There's no way to win on that one either.
Right.
You can't win.
Well, it's for normal people. That's a test of manhood around here. That's about all we got. Cheese curds and the boxing machine.
I would think drinking a bottle of vodka or something like that would give you more credit than hitting a damn punching bag at a Dave and Buster's.
But here's the thing, Chris. If you can get like a 750, you'll beat like 99% of everybody.
Well, don't forget though, I'm from Winnipeg. Go Jets, by the way. We're kind of in the same wavelength. If you come like Wisconsin and lead up into like the Dakotas, that goes right into Manitoba, where I'm from. So we kind of all have the same level of tests for the manliness out on the streets. So.
Is this going to evolve into a push-up contest? I can't wait. I'm excited.
I could do that one.
I'm
that
excited.
One I could do pretty good. You know what I've been doing lately that has been pretty hard, but it's been pretty cool, is planking.
Oh, dude.
The devil's
Do you
work.
remember that everyone was doing the planking challenge? Do you remember that?
I'm at 3.5 minutes.
Holy crap.
I'm not screwing around.
Yeah.
I'm not planking. I said I want to see how long I can go. So I just put a song on. Like I choose, like yesterday I put on like Black Crowes, Stop Kicking My Heart Around.
Yeah.
3 minutes and 29 seconds. Put it on. Go into like torture zone, which means like your mind goes elsewhere, like when people get tortured.
Right.
3.5 minutes later, the song is over. My planking is done.
Dude, that's crazy. Didn't Dixie Duncan do...
Dixie Duncan?
Yeah.
That's not a real name.
Yes, it is.
That is a real name. He's from Georgia.
I was going to say, sounds like a stripper that I know.
Oh, yeah. He's when
it's a he. Well,
when he needs gas money, he'll take something off, trust me.
Definitely a stripper.
Yeah, he totally will.
Yeah,
he's a planker.
Yeah.
He's the guy that wears that weighted vest around Sturgis when he's out jogging in the morning. But anyways, I don't know, dude. I don't make fun because I can't plank for a minute, so I don't judge.
The weighted vest comment got me.
Yeah, try planking with a weighted vest on.
I could probably do it.
Skill set.
No, try planking while you're hitting the punching bag at the Dave and Buster's.
There you go. That's a man test.
Now you can impress me.
I have one more question for you before we talk about whatever we're going to talk about.
Yeah, why are we here again? What are we doing?
Here we go. Cream corn.
Oh, yeah.
Or canned corn.
No.
Or whole
cream
kernel.
corn's terrible. I did a movie called Terrifier 2 where I go into this cell and this crazy lady with no face, if you know, you know, had cream corn, but it was congealed, and she threw it in my face. And I almost puked. Like there was blood and people's getting their face ripped off, and I got my face ripped off. It was the congealed cream corn
For real.
thrown in my face. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever had the displeasure of being involved with. So I would take a nice can of corn, any place, anytime. But you got to hold the lid before you take it off and let all the water drain out.
Right. That's key. That's totally key.
Yeah.
See, I think we can put it to bed now.
Yeah.
The whole kernel versus cream corn.
Well, I didn't have a choice. I was like,
did somebody stand up for cream corn?
Well, I was like 7.
Punch him in the
I
face.
didn't have a job. I ate whatever the grown-up people gave me. I didn't know. That's all I know was cream corn.
Now your Dixie Duncan street cred just went down the tubes.
You know, sweet
It
corn.
happened so fast.
I can't wait. I'm going to bring you a gift tonight to the Majestic. I'm going to bring you some cream corn. And you and I are going to share a spoon.
Throw it in my face.
We're going to throw it in your face. It's got a sweet tang to it. If that's
Are we still talking about cream corn?
If that makes it worse, I have no idea. Maybe it does. Anyways.
Things you never thought you'd be discussing when you woke up this morning.
Yeah, we're fighting. Can you teach me how to hit her with a metal chair and not go to jail?
Are you kidding me? She's a Midwest girl. She'd beat both of our asses. What are you, stupid?
I had a buddy of mine that used to argue that all you guys were using rubber chairs when you bashed them over some dude's head. I'm like, dude, rubber. No, I'm like, you could totally tell if it was rubber.
That's just stupid.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
And a hard rubber couldn't give you a concussion as well.
Well, it would.
Have you ever heard of a rubber bullet that riot cops shoot at you?
Thank you.
The genius friend over here.
Well, it was Dixie. Anyways, my point.
Taking a beating.
I told him, I'm like, dude, rubber would rip your skin completely
It would probably
apart.
hurt worse.
It would hurt worse. That's what I said. Anyways,
Idiots.
I have stupid friends.
They're everywhere.
People.
Yep.
Anyways, Fozzy.
Wow, that was a nice sigh.
25
segue.
years.
Jeez Louise.
Well, I had to let the room breathe for a minute.
Fozzy.
Well, no, I didn't mean it like that.
Well, that's the way it came across.
I meant like, oh, yeah, Fozzy.
There you go. Smooth jazz.
Oh, yeah. Jazz Odyssey. 25 years, dude.
Yeah.
2000.
I know.
The year 2000.
Excellent math skills.
Thank you.
I actually had to write it out for him this morning.
She said earlier. It's like, wow. She's like, are you working out material? Don't do it in front of him.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Please.
So bad.
Yes, 25 years of Fozzy. It's been an excellent tour. It's been almost a month long, and here we are back in Madison. Last time we played here, as we were discussing, Sonic Boom. Amazing festival. And there was actually one that was in the middle of the city that we played at that you guys
Taste
had.
of Madison.
Taste of Madison.
That's right, yeah.
And the thing about Taste of Madison was that the festival was during the day, and I think it was just a coincidence that Metallica was playing right afterwards at the arena.
Yeah.
And during our set, a torrential downpour started because I was like, I hope we can make it in time to see the beginning of Metallica. And it was going to be like maybe a 20-minute crossover, whatever. But the Lord stepped in, and the rain fell, and our set got cut, so we were able to make it in time to go see the beginning of Metallica.
Yeah, and that was the first day on their tour. That was the launch of their tour.
And I remember I showed up, and Lars had this like big beard and a fisherman's hat. I said, "What is this, on Golden Pond? What's wrong with you? You're one of the pioneers of thrash metal. Look at you." It's like, it's just a kind of a new look, and we're just starting the tour. And I was like, "Shave that shit off, man. Beep it out." Anyways, the Taste of Madison, Sonic Boom. Always great festivals here in your fine city, and we're happy to be back here tonight for the Fozzy 25th anniversary.
Yeah, 25 years of Fozzy tonight, Majestic, which is a great place. You've played
the Majestic.
You played Majestic.
I don't recall, but I'm sure we have. Like I said, what I remember about Madison is the festivals. So and the thing is too, when you go from city to city, like we were in Des Moines last night, and we're in Fort Wayne tomorrow. Some of the places you don't remember till you get there,
right?
And then you remember, I remember this dressing room. You know, I remember like this. We were in Albuquerque, and I didn't remember anything. And then I remember there was a clock on the side of the stage, and they said, I remember that clock. That's the things that you start to recognize after being in so many venues over the years.
We were over at the rave, and my wife works for the country station.
That's in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yes,
so,
nailed it.
So that was a quiz. But we were over there, with who's the one Florida Georgia Line guy from the country, and they have all these big pictures montage on the wall. George was on the wall, and we were walking through, going down to the pool, which is haunted. Oh yeah, at the rave, and we walked by, and he goes, "Oh shit, we did play here." It's funny. It's like you would forget the rave.
Yeah. No, you remember the empty pool where the ghosts are.
And then you forget you played there. You don't remember where the pool was.
He didn't. I remember where it is. I'm never going there again. I went down to the pool. We were there with an English rock band called Saxon, probably 10 years ago.
Just played them last week.
Saxon and Fozzy. It was a great tour. Yeah. And Biff, the singer, and I, we went downstairs into the pool. And for people that don't know, the rave is haunted. It's legitimate. People that worked there for years have seen many ghosts. And it all stems from this pool that's drained, where it's apparently a child drowned in or something. Yeah. And why you'd be taking your child to an underground pool, I don't know. And Biff and I were down there, and we used to like ball bust each other, and we were insulting each other. And then at the same time, we both had this feeling of like, oh my gosh, something really eerie hit, where we both started feeling kind of nauseous. Like, dude, do you feel like sick? Yes. It's like, is it the vodka we've been drinking? Oh yeah, that too. But no, seriously, it was like we both at the same time knew we're getting out of here. Yeah. I started having this premonition that the whole thing was going to cave in and bury us alive.
Oh, my God.
Like Damien Omen 2. And I was like, let's get out of here. But so it is a real thing.
Yeah. And the feeling it's so real. And I've been down there with people that are completely like skeptical about it. They're like, whatever. But once you're down there, the feeling is there.
It hits you like a nausea. Like a fight or flight. So I will not go back down to the empty pool at the rave. But I will be at the Majestic. Is the Majestic haunted in any way, shape, or form?
I don't think so. I have never had any encounters at the Majestic.
It's going to be haunted by the spirits of rock.
That's right.
Tonight.
That's right.
That's awesome. I was listening to this week. I was just going down a rabbit hole, but I was listening to so many covers of Judas There,
Oh, wow.
Do you ever listen? Do you ever, kind of see who's playing you?
I haven't gone down the rabbit hole, and I should have. There's been a couple that have shown up on Instagram, and there's one that actually got some steam. It was kind of more of a
girl,
maybe an emo. No, the girl. I've heard the girl.
Septagram.
Excellent voice, right?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I've seen a few of them. I should go down the rabbit hole, but it's just cool when you have people covering your song. I actually went into a bar once, and the bar band covered Judas, and they didn't know I was there. And that's kind of some cool stuff. So, when you have a song like, it's our Enter Sandman, or it's not like it's that big, but for us it is.
Yeah.
It's gone gold. It's on its way to going platinum, which in this day and age is crazy as well, to sell 1 million copies of anything in the music world. But when you get a chance to see other people playing it, that is very, very cool. And that's where you know that you've kind of touched people, where they're actually taking out their guitar, their piano, and doing their own versions of it. And that's as a musician, that's kind of like next level honor, I guess maybe you'd
for
say.
Sure.
It's a very, very cool feeling to know that.
Yeah, they put their spin on it, but it just retains.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
heart,
Yes, and a good song is a good song. And you could do a ska version of it, or a rhythm and blues version, or a doo-wop version. It still can sound great, and that has such a strong melody line to it. But once again, you never know why that song, of all the songs we've done, like when I first heard it, I knew that it was good and it was special. But the fact that it's gone to where it's like you go to a hockey game or a football game and Judas will play. And that's where you get to the next level. Like Karate Kid, Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Judas.
Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't know about this.
What's his name?
This is crazy. Paul Walter Hauser was singing it on the show, on Cobra Kai.
Acapella or whatever.
Acapella, yeah.
Yeah, season 5.
So, it was that type of mainstream kind of credibility is something that I think maybe every band hopes to get. And when you get it, it's just such a cool feeling. And you don't really know why this one and not this multitude of other tunes that you have. But you don't really need to analyze it. You just go with it.
That's right, dude. That's right. So celebrating 25 years of Fozzy at the Majestic tonight. You can go to majesticmadison.com, get your tickets. There's some other VIP stuff you can hop on to as well. So doing this for like over 25 years, how has the fan experience with Fozzy changed? Like how has that evolved?
Well, I think when we first started, it's the famous story that I've told many times. It was the wrestler guys in a band. Oh, it's probably some kind of vanity project or whatever. And we had to work, twice as hard to get people's respect in a lot of ways.
For sure.
But that's okay. I think every band has to work hard to get respect. And every band has a gimmick when you look at it. Slipknot wears masks, and Kiss has makeup, and Audioslave has Chris Cornell with the guys from Rage. That's all cool and dandy, but it all goes down to the music, and either you have good music or you don't. And I think that's one thing that we've really done quite well is really work on the songs. And when we started getting played on rock radio, I never realized how important rock radio is until we started getting played on it. Judas was the first one that kind of broke down the doors, and now we're at 8 top 10 singles on rock radio. So all of that kind of like wrestler guy BS goes out the window.
For sure.
And then also, too, make sure you put on a great show. And I think we've built a great reputation of having a really fun rock and roll experience. And that's what people want when you go to the show. They just want to have a good time. And we take great pride in the fact that we make sure that every night we play, people do.
Have you always done the VIP stuff, the meet and greets and all of that?
So we kind of really got into this, probably over 15 years ago, in that I was seeing all of these VIP things that were starting. I remember one was Meatloaf. And Meatloaf you would hear stories from the roadies about Meatloaf, and then Meatloaf would come in for 5 seconds to take a group picture.
Right.
Ozzy, you wouldn't even meet Ozzy. You would just get a bag of special VIP. And I was like, that's not really cool. Like, what can we do that really gives, like, what would I want if I was, I am a fan, but if I was a teenager or something for my birthday, if I could have gotten, let's say, I don't know, aforementioned Metallica VIP, where Metallica plays songs, a few songs that you're not going to hear later on that night.
Right.
Like a special kind of private mini concert. And that's kind of what we focused in on, and that's what we do. So we have the typical signing and take a picture with the band, whatever, but we also play a mini concert where we do mostly songs that aren't going to be played later on that night. That's kind of something that like people want the experience in this day and age. And sometimes you go, well, how can you charge people to meet you? We're not charging them to meet us. We're charging them for this special mini concert. And to me, I would be 1,000% super excited to be, a part of that. So we've really kind of focused in on it, honed in on it. It's been a great way to hang out with some people before the show.
Yeah.
Everybody has to sound check anyways. Everyone has to warm up anyways. And now we get to do it in front of our friends and do some stuff that we're not going to do later on and keep it exciting for us as well.
Yeah. Well, and those people are going to be diehard Fozzy fans for the rest of their lives.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Like I said, in this day and age, people like the experience, and people want something extra a lot of times. So this gives you a chance to do that. And if not, we'll still rock your socks off. And if you go hang out by the bus, we'll sign your stuff there as well.
Yeah,
it's not like you have to buy a VIP or I will never talk to you or look you in the eye.
Right. Show me your laminate or I'm not speaking to you.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, that's something. Like I said, if I got a chance to do that for a band, like I tried to do it with Paul McCartney when he was touring a year or so ago. He does a VIP where he plays 15 songs that they're all 2 minutes long, but I'm like, I could not figure out how to get this VIP with Paul McCartney, and I would have paid $1,000 if I could have.
Right.
But so I understand what that experience means and how if you really, really want to do it, the money is no object. You just want to be a part of something special.
Yeah, 100%.
It's cool it's even offered, I think. I mean, that takes time and energy and the whole thing, so I think that's cool.
It does, and as long as we do it right, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Right.
Exactly.
And thank you for mentioning Saxon. I might be the only son of a bitch in America still playing Saxon.
Hey man, I'll tell you what,
phenomenal. Dude.
We had a great tour with them, and they're kind of one of the pioneers. Lars is a huge Saxon fan.
Yeah.
They're one of kind of the first British heavy metal bands to make some noise over here. So it was a great tour. But I've always loved Saxon.
That's cool.
It was like a dream tour for me. It's Fozzy and Saxon. I'm in.
He had to pay $500 to hang out with Biff.
Yeah, no. Biff had to pay $500 to hang out with me. It was funny because at the time on our rider, I would always get a roast chicken, like the kind that you get like at the grocery store. Because a lot of times promoters, like after the show, they just bring you, here's your food, it's a pizza or something. I don't eat that. So at least if we have a roast chicken on the rider, I know that there at least is one good meal a day.
Right.
So Biff came in and said, well, you got this chicken? Where'd you get this chicken? Why do you have a chicken and I don't have a chicken? I said, Biff, you're the lead singer of the headlining band. Just order an effing chicken. You can get a chicken. And we wrote this song, I love chicken. Where's my chicken? I need chicken. Dun, 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 dun. We love chicken. I want chicken. Give me chicken. And we used to play it when Biff was walking around and unbeknownst he would say, were you playing that damn chicken song again? Yeah, Biff, it's for you. So, yeah.
I can't wait to bring that up to Biff next time I see him.
Oh, he'll know.
It's like, dude, roaster chicken.
Oh, he'll know.
Go.
He'll know.
Go.
Where's my chicken?
Where's
I
my
love chicken. Give me chicken.
The band's like, God, stop singing the chicken song. God damn it.
People at home now are getting hungry. They're chicken and cream corn.
Yeah.
And,
this is like I think he's paid by Red Robin to come in here and talk about chicken. Well, dude, it's great to see you. Thanks for popping in. I know it's early. That's super cool, dude.
People always say thanks for popping in. It's early. Like, this is what you have to do when you come to town in this day and age. There's so many ways for people to spend their dollars on entertainment, and so many ways for people to watch things and listen to things. If you don't come into a station like you guys to promote your show, you're crazy. You're insane.
Kick ass.
So here I am. I'll come in. I'll come in again in an hour.
Thank you.
So with the metal chair, do I want to hit her shoulder blades, back of the neck? Where do I want to put the chair specifically on her back?
I'm claiming workman's comp and going home.
Yeah, once again, man, that's part DJ partner abuse. She's going to take you to the cleaners, dude.
I get my ass kicked. I wouldn't even try.
Sure, man.
Wouldn't even try. She can make my life hell without a chair.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Majestic tonight, Fozzy 25th anniversary. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.